Nice defense. Oh, Blades has been.
Alex Pereira showing these nuts.
Hokit versus Derek Lewis was just added to the White House card in the last 10 minutes.
Josh Hokit fighting on the White House card was not supposed to happen. 3 years ago, he wasn't an MMA fighter. A year ago, he wasn't even in the UFC. He wasn't a prospect, he wasn't a hype train, and he certainly wasn't in talks to fight in front of the US president. Josh Hokit was a failed NFL player that didn't know what to do with his life, but he turned around his fate. How? For this, you'll have to understand his story. Josh Hokit was a quiet kid from Bakersfield, California. He loved both wrestling and football. He did them at a very high level in high school. Football was his primary dream, but despite this, he wasn't able to get a scholarship anywhere. He did get an offer for a wrestling scholarship at Drexel University, but they did not offer football, which is why he chose to be a walk-on at Fresno University. He was great in both sports, but getting into the NFL was a dream. He joined the Bulldogs and he contributed to the team as a linebacker, fullback, special teams, and whatever else the team needed. On the mats he flourished as well, earning All-American status for the first time in 16 years for the program. In the same year that he turned All-American, he wrestled Bo Nickel, one of the worst matches of his career.
Went toe-to-toe with the great Bo Nickel, right? Look at you with Bo Nickel over there.
Yeah, don't play that.
Okay.
That practice room.
Comes from a phenomenally athletic family. Here he is trying to finish it off.
He went out there, I really thought I was going to pin him. I ain't gonna lie.
Despite his rough loss, he became All-American, not letting the losses get between his accolades. And the craziest part of it all is he did it in only a fraction of the time that normal wrestlers would do it.
I only have 2-3 weeks to lose all that weight, and then 2 months then to get on that podium. I All-American in 2 months while I was playing football year round.
But then the time came to choose what sport he would pursue professionally. Josh Hokit, of course, chose football. In 2020, he did go undrafted, but he signed as a walk-on to the San Francisco 49ers. Unfortunately for him, his dreams seemed to have shattered, as they let him go in 2022. He was not letting his dream get away that easily though, as he signed with the Arizona Cardinals. But that only lasted 5 days, as they waived his contract early. At that point, Josh was done, but there were multiple reasons why his dream exactly failed.
And there's a lot of liberal propaganda going on there. You walk into these stadiums and they got the LGBT flag and Black Lives Matter and all. That's all fine and dandy. But when they start forcing you got these football players taking a knee. I would give the football players a little choice of words, and they didn't like it. And so we would handle business in the locker room. I would fight these guys either in the locker room or at practice. And I didn't lose in the locker room. And so I figured maybe if this football thing doesn't work out, or if I get sick and tired of it, which I did, maybe I should beat people up for some money. And this is how it came about.
This led to him trying out MMA, as his brother was doing the same at the time.
But you're at Jackson Wink, right?
Yeah, and he has
he has his own thing. Right.
Yeah, he does his own thing. He rents his own building, and he gathers a bunch of guys when he's training.
This time, in a different sport, he was not to be denied. He saw that there was potential in MMA, and especially in the heavyweight division.
And you only need like 4 or 5 fights to, make an impact in the heavyweight division.
And he was exactly right. After 2 fights at Bellator and 3 fights at LFA, he had a 5-0 record with all finishes. That's when the biggest opportunity of his career arose, the Dana White Contender Series. A show where just winning is never enough. You have to show up and you have to show out.
It's time again. Rock bottom. Here, look. Boom.
Here, and then
he starts going stiff. And I mean that's...
It wasn't given him easy though, as he had to face a big Brazilian brawler with more experience with a 6-1 record. After a tough first round, he got the finish in round number 2 by brutal ground and pound.
This is the beginning of the end here.
Yeah, he's not wasting with the ground and pound starting to...
When he got it done, came the post-fight interview.
We're gonna create the Incredible Hok division, but my opponents won't be these lazy, boring heavyweights. My opponents will be sex traffickers, pedophiles, rapists. Hell, you can even throw the transgenders in there.
The Incredible Hok was born in that exact same moment. But then came the moment of truth. Was his performance good enough to get signed by Dana White himself?
He was done after the first, and then you came in and finished him in the second. Congratulations and welcome to the UFC.
Congratulations, Josh Hokit.
After he got into the UFC, they put another big Brazilian in front of him. After winning that one in first round, he kept on doing the shtick.
Walker, you absolutely suck!
Josh Hokit was very entertaining, but to the people, he was seen more of a knockoff of Chael Sonnen than a personality himself.
Oh, that is you.
Yeah, he did fantastic.
There's multiple references.
Yes.
Besides this, he wasn't really being taken seriously, even after his second dominating performance against Denzel Freeman.
He's good.
Not sure Denzel knows where he is. No, that's going to be it.
The problem was, yes, he was impressive and yes, he was funny, but who did he beat? Who did he fight?
One of the things that Spencer Smith has been very successful.
And then the bombs being dropped.
Beautiful punches here.
Right hand. Nice right hand by Hokit.
The real test came when all of a sudden, in only his third fight in the UFC, they gave him top 5 heavyweight Curtis Blades. His fighting style and antics might have won over the UFC, but not yet the fans, especially after the beef he created with Jiri Prochazka.
Man, stay where you are.
Stay where I am. I'll cut you up with this lightsaber, homie. And then fucking stick your head on Alex Pereira's body, homie. And then fucking take Alex Pereira outside.
He was seen as a clown that was about to get shut down by a real big heavyweight, a real contender in Curtis Blades. But that's not exactly how the story went. Josh went into the fight as if he had something to prove. He went in there guns blazing and almost finished Curtis Blades in the first minute.
Blades has been stunned early.
But of course, Curtis Blades is on a different level. So when he survived and the adrenaline went down, Josh was in trouble. Josh Hokit gassed himself out trying to finish Curtis Blades, and he got almost finished himself. He survived long enough to see round 2. After a minute of rest, he took care of business in rounds 2 and 3 to get the win. It ended up being one of the greatest heavyweight fights of all time.
Josh Hokit and Curtis Blades was the best heavyweight fight I have seen in a really long time. Josh Hokit can be crazy, he can be a bit annoying, but the way he fought tonight, you better respect him.
And despite all the damage he took, he was still able to cut his crazy promo.
I toot my own horn and beat my own drum, but if you think you can beat me in a fist fight, boy, is you dumb!
Dana White and Donald Trump were so impressed, they added them to the White House card right after the fight.
Hokit versus Derek Lewis was just added to the White House card in the last 10 minutes.
From a failed NFL player to an MMA fighter to now being a UFC star, all in the span of 4 years. He now has the chance to make himself undeniable at the top of the heavyweight division when he faces Derek Lewis June 14th. But whether he makes that happen, that's a story for another time. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe and maybe comment something, because you know it's good for the algorithm. See you guys in the next one.